Yo, what is up, my blazing folks? I'm gonna be doing a quick video today, recapping this lemonade setup on the Wave 7 daily. That was absolutely nasty. All right, so I don't have my fractal login reset, so I can't log in right now. I can't use it, so I'm just gonna go off this screenshot from when was this? January 21st. All right, so looking at this chart, um, why I chose to grab calls on Lemonade was because of this right here. So we closed above vector. We were above vector. We lost it intraday, as you can see here. We lost it here, but we ended up reclaiming. So I was in calls around here. We lost it. I stopped out for like a 25% loss. Hopped back in, swung it, and then that went crazy. But back to the chart. So why this is a long setup? Because so as of right now, right here on this cycle, this is a short cycle, right? Okay, cool. So you're below vector and below pivot. But once price reclaims vector, as it did right here, that means you're turning bullish. Now, once this gets reversion and transitions above pivot, price is just fully bullish. So you're going to target your imprints and your bands. For Lemonade, 80% of the time, Fractal says that you're going to hit 89.19, right? So knowing that, I chose the 90 calls for next week. I thought 90 would work because, if we do get above 89.19, this next imprint was around 90 bucks too, so that'll be pretty much on the money and still give a nice return. And then if we do break out above, they'll go even crazy because above this imprint you had white space to 97. I even said as Lemonade was going yesterday, I told you guys it's going to 97, by the way. See, right there. And that's exactly what happened. Um I wish I could grab that imprint value from this screenshot so I can know exactly what the level is, but I would have guessed it's around 90 bucks. But as you can see, like the next day, this first 15-minute, or yeah, this is the first 15-minute candle was pretty flat, but the next one I think you would probably close above that imprint that I'm referring to, and then holding above that white space to 97. You hit 97 around here, and then above that you tested your average percent at around 100 bucks. Right there, your average percent's around 100 bucks. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like it's really simple. That's how I played this. Cause Lemonade has a history of doing that. Like if you look at this one right here, virtually the same type of setup. You cross above vector. Once you revert it above pivot, boom, big upside. All right, so now for entry, what I like to look for is I mean I do like to mark out the levels on the whatever 1 hour, 15-minute. I just mark it out on the actual ticker. So whatever time frame I pull up, my levels are here and I can see how we're respecting them. So this is the day that I swung on, right? So like I told you guys, I was in calls here because we were holding it initially, but I stopped out because we lost the level. And at the end of the day, we reclaimed it, so I hopped back in. Um, so you reclaimed it around 1400 all the way into 1600, right? If you look at the premium contracts, the premium chart for the contracts, on the 15-minute, we were holding support all day. So if you take that into account, you have a nice idea of where support is, where you can get a nice entry, right? So, it went from $1.38 to around 90 cents. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. Your contracts are holding support. Then from there, I would hop onto the 1 minute and then look for a tabletop. This one isn't an exact touch, but like if you just really zoom in on it, you know, vector value was at 121 right about here, and then it came down to 135. So if you're a penny pincher and you're waiting for the absolute tap, like you were gonna miss this, and then you would have had to just hop in end of day for $220 when you could have had an entry at $1.35. So you can go about it however you want, but me personally, I would have just took the entry right here. I wouldn't mind having $10, $20 of drawdown. So yeah, I would have entered here, swung it. Next day you hit your first target like right here, so you're up about 150% probably. And if you had runners, you could have just let them go all the way to the next 50% band at 97. So those went from $1.34 to at 10.45 $1.44 to 990 on your runners. Pretty good stuff. That's pretty much it though. I don't really have anything else to go over. That's kind of what I look at when I'm playing Wave 7 setups. I mark out my levels, see how it's being respected. Usually like a 15-minute close above vector, even or multiple, even better. Like this is a good look. I would always take calls right here, or puts if it's holding below. And then 1 hour as well. Like if you get a 1 hour close above, that's also a pretty good look. And then from there, just hop on your premium charts and fine tune your entry however you like. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I covered everything you would need to keep in mind playing a Wave 7 setup. Let me double check. Actually, I'll go over one more thing. So the cherry on top of this chart too was standard deviation hit golden zone. If I could actually pull up the fractal and show you, this probably squeezed out a K. Like maybe went up to 0.5, maybe 0.9. I would have to see, but it's kind of the same thing that happened right here. So on this candle, you're tapping it. That's ready for a squeeze. Got the K and then long squeeze. Same thing on this look right here. You reclaimed on this candle. You're in the golden zone. You got a K. And it was a small cycle, but nonetheless, it did squeeze long. Let's see if there's another one I could look at. That's kind of pretty much it. And then one more touch on the entries. I don't only use like the 5-minute and the 1-minute vectors. Like I kind of check the 15-minute, see where that's at, even the 30-minute, even the hourly, just to get a good picture where a nice entry could be. So I recommend you guys, if you have access to this, play with it on your own, see what you like. But what works well for me is cycling through the 15-minute, 5-minute, and then maybe going off the 1 minute to get like a tabletop touch or a side exit. But you might see a tabletop touch on the 5-minute too, or even the 15 over the hourly. So that's why I say it's a good idea to check them all. But yeah, that's it. I hope this was helpful for anybody that was feeling shaky with Wave 7 setups, doesn't know how to approach them. I think this is a pretty good way to approach it. So, like I said, yeah, hope that helps. Hope you have a good day. Peace.